right.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that.
I will.
God, I'm in the mood for shit jokes. It's not good.
Oh, I've got some good news, man.
What's the matter?
Free action. I'm gonna look at Tor. I'm gonna yell to Torgal. Torgal, kill him, and then I'm gonna shoot a bow at this guy.
Okay, roll to hit.
Kill him already.
The camp before the storm.
Nope.
You're blessed.
I know. I don't think it matters.
Yes,
Oh,
it
shit,
does
it
matter.
does
He did
matter.
save a house.
Out of the box.
17.
Yes.
Yes.
Papa fucking bless.
Is he
Bless
still
up.
marked as well?
No, that was a different guy.
it's the other guy's
But that will be 10 damage.
10 damage.
Damage.
The guy who's hit only gets injured when you
Torgal.
hit him.
Yeah, it's only on Mars.
Correct.
Oh, and I will. Sorry. I'm going to move over to this point here.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to restrain him with, do I?
You can grapple. It's not restrained, but it's...
Yeah, no, but I'm like, I guess I'll trust. It's not in my guy's nature to kill him.
You can just
Well, you can just not,
non-lethal
because he's
damage.
basically
Yeah,
given up.
Yeah,
So
non-lethal.
Yeah.
Take his
Yeah.
weapon.
But I can't. I'll take his weapon.
No, just do non-lethal damage.
Yeah, just knock
So
him
you
out.
pick
knock him
up,
out.
you pick up its weapon.
Yeah, I'll knock him out. It's like
Yeah, so roll to hit first. He doesn't look like he's taken too much of a beating for what it's worth. He's mostly been untouched for a lot of this combat.
I think
He's in quite
been
good shape.
down, eh?
So I rolled 19. And plus six.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
And then roll damage.
I'll take the one. 14.
Okay. Zoo.
surely, Zoo.
Surely.
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 I think, are we
Surely,
keeping this
Zoo.
guy alive?
Surely.
I'm presuming we are.
It's metagaming. It's too much in my
yeah,
in my
no.
mind. It's
Yeah,
not too
just
much
leave him.
risk.
Leave him as is.
After I knock him out, can I just keep run back?
Well, he's not knocked out.
He's not
though,
knocked out, is it?
Oh,
You've damaged him.
Just punch him in the
If
face.
it
basically.
would have killed him, if you've declared it as non-lethal, then it doesn't kill him. It leaves him on 1 hit point.
okay.
But that only happens if it would have reduced him to 0.
Yeah. So
Like I
he's
said,
still
he's not actually taken that many hits. He's still got quite a bit of hit points.
Okay.
So he's definitely still up. He was about to surrender. You picked up his weapon, and then you attacked him. Which brings us to... Yeah, Zoo. What's the plan?
I'm probably going to... what am I going to do? I'm going to... how far is that corner there? Like 60?
There?
It's 10 feet off the map.
So
10 feet off.
Yeah.
Probably not going to reach him anyway. Okay.
say it's
It's like...
90, like 90.
Yeah.
90 to 100. Yeah.
90 from there. Fuck that.
It's actually
80
80 exactly.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Was that 16 squares?
From that.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
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 80.
Yeah, no.
So
We'll count
50
your
and then
longbow.
6 times 5, 30, 80.
The longbow that I've been hiding this whole time. Yeah.
160.
Just pull a longbow out of your ass right now. You're a normal asshole.
Would I be? I don't know whether I'd be able to. Well, one, does the brewery look fucked, or does it look like it's actually solid enough?
Hard to say. It's definitely on fire.
Oh, okay, that's all I
But
needed.
because it's also lower than the roof of the building, you're not getting a clear enough view of it to see how wholly it is on fire.
How high up am I on this building?
You are the height of you're just below the height of the inn, actually. So, like, what you're seeing of the brew house being on fire is from around the side of the building. So that's what you're seeing down the side of the building. You can't see over it. Because you're on the top of Merrick's house, which is 2 stories, and the inn is also 2 stories, but it's a slightly taller 2 stories than you.
Right. So I can just see like the background of flames of some
Yeah,
sort.
or like down the side, you can see like the smoke's kind of pouring out the side, and you can see a little bit of the kind of glow of fire in behind it. Because you do have a clear enough line down the alleyway there that you can see.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to get down. I think I'm just gonna step back down. Probably like diagonally towards the middle.
Yep. And then top of the round.
Yeah, that'd be me. I think.
You can still take an action though.
Do you have any actions?
Do you have any cantrips?
You have cantrips.
Have you got firebolt?
Oh wait, how far is?
You might not have firebolt actually. Yeah, probably not.
That's, no, not without. No,
You-
no, I ain't going.
You're not in range of the. I mean, you're in range of the bugbear.
Yeah, you're in range of the bugbear if you want.
The Torgal just attacked.
Because it was.
He's probably not going to.
So you moved 30 feet. You've still got another 30 feet. So you can either get.
I would say I'll probably hold Toll Dead on that bugbear if he
Sure.
looks like he's going to attack.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ready and kill the dead. Okay. In that case, top of the round. Do we have any other sixes on those buildings? Tick all the rest of them up except the brewery.
5.
That one's
This one's already gone to 6.
That's already.
Oh,
There's
right,
another
right.
one.
Yeah.
That one's
This
on 5
on
now.
5.
And that one's on 2.
Okay.
2. And what does the brewery do?
Nothing.
Stays.
Cool.
Maintains.
Yeah. Which brings us to the bugbear that tried to surrender. You've just kicked its weapon away. Or you picked up its weapon, then you swung at it again with your sword, as you sort of like smack it across the body, and it just goes ape mode. It gets fucking. It just goes off. It is going to attack you. It is unfortunately unarmed. Fuck! I was looking for my blue d20 and it's gone.
Does that trigger mine first, or?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
And also both of those will be hits. I have rolled 2 16s because that's what I like to roll today.
So you need to do wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
for the
saving
Toll the
throw. Would love to use that blue dice. 6, so
Dead. Yeah.
roll on toll.
Nice.
D12.
Come on.
Roll better.
Roll 12.
8
Hey.
points
Cool.
of
Nice.
necrotic damage.
As just like it's kicking and slashing and trying to bite you. 4 and 3 on the bite.
Hold on, what did you roll for attack?
16.
16.
2 natural 16s, so dirty 20s.
My AC 17.
No.
Two dirty 20s.
He rolled
Dirty 20s.
16s raw, and then
Yeah.
do
four.
20s.
Sorry, what was the damage?
It's 7 total.
4 and 3, so 7 total.
Oh, yeah.
You're good.
Whoa.
Okay. Which brings us to Rodsberg.
We're living on an edge here, guys.
Duck dice death save. Let's go.
Oh, God bless.
If
God
anyone's
bless.
watching me,
Why would you
Bless.
let that
Bless.
stay there?
Bless can't
I
do
was
it.
about to move
Bless
it.
doesn't.
Dumbass.
Oh, no, plus one.
He
It
does,
does, but it's
but he
not
rolled a
enough.
3. Even if he rolls a 4 on Bless, it's
Ah.
not
Right.
Hey guys, if anyone's looking at me, I stumbled a bit with that last hit.
Oh, good.
Shit.
Which brings us to Oakley.
Oh, cool.
All right, sorry, man.
Sir Oakley.
Down is more important than 1, 2,
I'll be
3,
fine.
4, 5, 6. And I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah, you will. I know you will.
Thing is,
right, man,
thing is, I could heal him if I got within 60 feet as well.
Yeah, but you gotta kill that guy.
Yeah.
And if you step away, he'll take.
But he's already failed one death save.
So this
All
is
it
a-
takes
this
is
is
one
a
more
range,
attack
yeah?
and he's dead.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a healing word for 1d4 plus 5.
Very well, so it's
That
3 die.
is 8.
Nice.
8 points of healing.
Okay.
Helen.
And that's a bonus action, so I'm gonna vicious mockery the dude again.
Okay.
Save 15 wisdom.
No.
He takes.
No, that's no. He passed. It's a-
Oh, he passed.
Sorry, the no was to you, as in no, don't roll anything.
No, you
I
didn't.
rolled
know.
15. No, it didn't have it. I realized I could have stood to elaborate there. In all fairness, yeah.
Does he pass? No, you failed.
I want to know where. I want you to know where the burden of failure was there.
Fair.
Um,
Fair.
okay. Which brings us to it.
Senor.
He's still
No,
got to choose whether to
goblin.
move, right? Or is
No, that was on
one
his
round?
last turn.
That was on the last turn.
I was going to try and. It still knows it needs to deal with Rosberg before it can move, so it's going to do that first.
Okay.
Rosberg is still prone, so first one goes with advantage.
Advantage.
19
Total or natural?
total.
Total.
Second attack.
I'm ready on the.
Doesn't do it.
Is it no? It passes, or is it?
It just like slides
you're
off
dead.
the armor twice as it's like it's in a hurry here. It's just trying to get something through to just get a quick finisher and then fuck off. It's going to take the risk anyway. It's just going to try leave.
So disadvantage.
You get a disadvantage attack on him.
Attack of opportunity.
Opportunity.
Upper. Yay.
Natty 19.
Disadvantage.
With
Yeah.
so
Sorry, natty 14 then. Good point.
So it resolves to.
Plus,
19.
plus bless.
19.
Okay, so that hits.
Yeah, plus and yada yada yada. 10 damage.
Chop his legs off, Reg.
As it tries to go for these like 2 hasty stabs, and then just tries to turn and run. As it does so, you, having barely just kind of come up, like you're almost more awoken by the sound of this thing clanking and scraping off your arm. You sort of, as it's kind of on the way out, you just kind of like lift your body up and kind of sucker punch it in the back. You feel one of the lower back vertebrae crack in pretty badly. You see its back kind of like it sort of like jars forward as its upper body sort of crumples backwards a bit awkwardly. It lets out this really just this deep pained grunt as it just kind of crumples backwards a little bit, and then it slumps down, falls to the side, falls very heavily on the ground. And crushes the goblin strapped to its back.
Excellent.
That would just.
That's a very Rosberg way to take
Um,
out the big
yeah.
Which
bad,
brings us
actually.
to
While lying on the ground.
Jeremiah.
dying 3 times.
Yeah.
What was that?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, you're up. There is one guy, one bugbear.
Okay, cool. Get 8. I'm going to angle around that way. I'm gonna sort of try get up closer to Zoo.
Yep, go ahead.
Go that way, and then while I'm at it, I'm just gonna huck a fireball
Huck a
How far
firebolt.
do you wanna
Go ahead,
go?
roll hit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
to get a better shot. So more on that side, so I can.
Yep.
Nice.
Natural 20.
So maximize one of your dice.
Okay, so that's 13.
Nice.
Fire damage.
As you this quick kind of slings out, as it just you see it traveling, and you're like, oh, it's a good one. Just like right
can be
up
good.
the side of the neck, the shoulder, and it catches the fur light as it just sort of roils across its face. You smell that awful like burning hair, searing flesh kind of thing. As this wash of flame, Torgal, you see this like directly in front of you, like it just kind of roils across the face. The force of it also kind of just sort of leans it, knocking a little bit to the side. By the time the flame is cleared, its eyes have rolled back. One of the sockets is just kind of burnt shut as the skin's melted and fused back together. It seems completely unconscious and just tumbles slowly down to the side into the middle of the main street.
That's my turn.
Marta, you're technically next up, which means from where you are, you can now see a squad of goblins in the distance. They are already a long, long way away now. They've,
How far off?
As in they're fucking off.
as in, like, close to 180 away now.
Close to 180.
Yeah. Actually, as of this turn, they would hit 180. Yeah.
Okay.
So they are way far away, and like they are hauling ass. They're going at absolute maximum pace. These, you can just based on the direction they're in, these are probably the ones that were around the brewery.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I am going to run. So 1, 2.
Oh, the bugbear's gone, by the way. That's what happened there.
He's outie.
Yeah.
So can I use my last bit of movement to jump here? I will use disguise self to gain the flight, and I will fly.
So
no,
flying
I can't make
across
that.
from.
No, I won't make it. Never mind.
Won't you? You get 10 feet.
Yes.
Yeah, but
It'll be on the edge.
you'll have to.
Could you jump and then fly?
Yeah, like
Oh.
because
Um,
you can break up your movement.
Yeah.
So, like it would be timing the casting of the spell
Yeah.
with being in midair and then using the 10 feet. You would be able to do that.
Oh, so he's just got double jump.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
So could I make it there?
Yeah,
Cool.
it's 15 feet across, so 5 feet and then 10 feet. You absolutely could.
Cool. And then, yeah, that's my turn. And then I'm just going to try and make it to the brewery, I guess. I start heading to the brewery.
Yeah, okay. In that case, we could probably drop ourselves out of initiative now, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
As this all sort of clears up, the towns start to tentatively sort of poke their heads out and start trying to attend to some of these fires. Most attention is focused to stopping it from spreading across to Dan Lowe's.
Yep.
First, though, I'm going to roll to see if it does start to spread. Wrong dice. It does not.
Awesome.
And with that, they're able to start putting out that building. The other one, the one that's fully ablaze, it's fucked.
Yeah.
The one next to it, maybe something can be done about it, but higher priority is saving Danlo's shop.
Okay.
I'm going to make my way into the back of the brewery. I'm going to try
Yep.
and use shape
Yeah.
water on, like, the beer, the water.
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
just
And
to
as you
go
sort of
fast.
come down to the back of it, you see from the inside, Maximilian and Reverence have been just keeping the flame out. The main thing is they've been trying to keep it clear of the ceiling. If the whole thing starts to really pick up, then the thing is fucked. Also, big wooden tons of beer, if they start going, problem. They've been keeping it clear. Yeah.
Could I assist by using Move Earth just to create a
Yeah.
whole bunch of spare
Like
dirt
fire breaks
to
and
throw
things.
on?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, like between the lot of you, just trying to create water and move earth and so on. Also with the town, just trying to ferry as many buckets of water as they can. You're able to get the fires under control. That one house next to the inn burns completely down. The back wall of the brewery, pretty badly fucked, but structurally intact. It's going to take some repairs, but structurally intact, if a little bit open out to the air. And the rest of the buildings are functionally saved, as suddenly there's this kind of... the town's still... not quite in full swing, but slowly starting to kind of wind down as it's all looking pretty manageable. And Dan Lowe comes over to the lot of you and... Well, I suppose I have the town to thank on the one part, but I also have you guys to thank for the house and the shop. So yeah, thank you.
Well, you're a very important part of this community now, Danlow. So
Well, it's good to see everyone come together to help one another.
I'm gonna wait for everyone to kind of gather, and then I'm gonna see if anybody wants to go check on Lord Garrow. Is that his name? Yeah. I want to go and maybe do a quick patrol of town to see if there's any straggling goblins.
Yeah,
if they
I'm
deserted.
I'm
or
going to
maybe
do a
still
search of the
something, so.
hobgoblin and see if
Yeah,
we've
I
got
was gonna
anything
say.
on him.
I don't want to relax
Um,
too yet. Or,
Honestly, I'd just love to sit down.
yeah, you deserve it. Go for it. I'm
Their
fresh.
gear isn't great. The hobgoblin has a sword. That's about it. It's also got.
It's not so much. Just
They've all
it's
got
more like
various-
papers and
Sorry, what was that?
there's more papers or anything like that. Anything that might be insignia or.
Yeah, I was looking for anything around the hag. If there's anything pointing that way.
No sort of obvious demarcations or anything like that. And in terms of equipment, it, as well as all of the goblins and everything, just kind of had quite rudimentary leather armors. Like it's like barely cured hide that they've just kind of lashed together with bits of twine. And the goblins, really crude weapons, rusty little sword-esque things, clubs, blackjacks, so on. The bugbears, one of them had that sort of converted scythe-looking glaive thing, and the other one had most of the others just had maces or equivalent, and then the hobgoblin had a sword, and that's it. Nothing particular of note, no wealth or anything.
So,
Maybe when I'm feeling just a bit better, we should follow from where they came from. But once everything's all over.
You see Lord Garrow striding down the street towards where this is all kind of happening. And looks around to the townsfolk and looks to you. We'll need to dispose of these bodies
Right away.
as soon as possible if we can. We have new arrivals due later this morning.
Don't want anything to scare them off.
Precisely.
We're trying to get this cleaned up.
If you could see to that, I would like to check in with everybody else like you. As he sort of strides through the group of you and starts sort of talking to the other townsfolk and just checking with them, basically.
Yeah, I'll start excavating like a mass grave.
Yeah.
Into,
Yeah, sure. So like taking them out to side street or something like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll talk to Merrick about if there's anything in there that he could use to melt down or make new weapons or anything like that, then kind of pull it together.
He's sort of like nails, maybe slag metal. It's not great.
Well, you may need them.
Wouldn't even use it for structural nails. Just use it for like odd bits, repairs, kids' toys,
Still gonna need 'em.
scrap, shite.
Fair. Do you want to burn these bodies at all, or just bury them? Don't want
It
anything
smells
digging for
nasty.
them.
Maybe we can see if we borrow a cart and we'll carry them a ways out of town and we'll bury them.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Don't want anything getting attracted to the town.
You don't really want scavengers coming into town.
No, good point.
No.
As you're sort of getting started on that, and you see to borrowing a wagon, probably easiest person to borrow it from would be Garrow. Just like a little kind of flatbed pull cart kind of thing.
We'll just tell them why, give them the reasons, kind of keep it away from the
Yeah,
town.
and as it's all sort of happening, when you have finished attending to that, we should speak.
Agreed.
Of course.
Everything all right? You well? Was your manor hurt at all, or did they mainly attack here?
They seem to have come from this side. I was watching from my bedroom window.
Smart call.
I'm glad you're okay. And naturally, there will be payment.
Yes, of course. First off, I would like to apologize for the shenanigans the other day. A group like this tends to get bored in a small town, and we'll be sure to keep ourselves in line for the new arrivals.
Consider yourselves adequately redeemed. As much as I can feel a frustration at the same sense, I must appreciate that if you weren't here, my town would be ablaze.
Well, let's take care of business then, and we'll come back and catch up.
Thank you. He returns to his man. So you guys take a couple of hours.
Is he looking a little bit more rested at all?
Hard to say.
Yeah. Okay.
Partially because at this point you've barely seen him fully rested. He just kind of looks about normal. Doesn't look particularly worse, but at any rate, probably take you maybe the course of 2 hours total to have the bodies loaded up and like have them a significant way out of town. It's not too much work, but like goblin bodies are quite light. The big ones are a bit more of a trouble, and like you get on with moving them out of town as quickly as possible. If the rest takes a while, that's fine. Just making sure they're not here and overtly visible is kind of the chief priority. By the time it's starting to approach midday, sort of like 10:30, 11-ish, you're all done and dusted and start making your way back towards the town. And I think with that, it's a good time for a break.
Yeah, agreed.
We're not currently live, so this is on a VOD. We'll take a 10-minute break.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're back.
welcome the fuck back.
Total
You guys survived. What was it, 60 goblins? There's a lot of goblins.
120 goblins.
I heard it was 100.
The
Whole
100
bunch of
goblin challenge.
goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
600 goblins.
It's whatever. It's all about what the next town over here is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's at any rate, I don't think you guys even know what the next town over is.
No, we don't.
But yeah,
Is the next
you
town
beat the
over?
piss out of some goblins. That was a good time. And no one even died.
What?
Oh my god.
It was close.
Shit.
No.
Only went down 3
Standard.
times.
Yeah.
Are
Which
you
is,
sure no one's
Stepping up his
accidentally
game.
like contracted tuberculosis or something, and we
I
just
have
don't know
one more
yet?
spell
or-
slot. So
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we were a couple of rounds from someone dying.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this actually went better than all of the other fights we've had so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume. Yeah,
Which
a
is,
lot less.
I mean, I went into this
It's
thinking,
almost like we planned and moved strategically.
I was going to say, it's almost like you guys have finally, in universe, had a reason to learn tactics. Almost dying and also literally having Bazal die was a great motivator.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely
worth
stepped
it,
up
guys.
in my
So.
priority.
Yeah, you're fucking welcome.
It served a hell of a purpose, I gotta say. I mean, your name and armor class is still on this sheet and probably will be for the foreseeable future. So your spirit will be with us always.
Oh, if Oakley dies, I'm coming back as Basal. I hope you
I mean,
know.
I'm
I'm
just-
just gonna flip between.
Kiss
Every
Basal.
so often I roll a dice and I'm like, would have hit Basal.
He can't be hurt no more, though.
Yeah, he's in a better place.
He's
Frankly,
beyond
he's
where
the
you-
one with the sweet gig. You guys are the ones getting the snot beaten out of you on the daily. With that, though, let's go ahead and pick back up. You guys had found you borrowed a cart from the Lord and had buried the goblin bodies somewhere, at least a little bit of a ways out of town. Good call, I would say. You were informed that the Lord had some people coming to move into the town later that same morning. He also asked that you come and see him once you had a moment. What are we up to?
We need to take a bit of a rest, don't we?
It might be a good
Yeah.
idea.
Something short. We'll fill up the wagon. We'll take a rest, and then
Maybe before we head back into town.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could just like you're like, you know what? It's a beautiful day.
The smell
Sky.
of goblin innards.
You're like, gosh, I wish we could go for a swim at the waterfall about now.
Torgal has a PTSD flashback.
No waterfalls.
I'm gonna sing a song of rest, so you'll get an extra D6.
Nice.
I like to imagine it sounds a bit like 99 Luftballons.
Yes.
it's so funny because that sounded exactly like
Much like that didn't sound like it.
I want you to know we're not laughing with you, we're laughing at you.
Maybe that's this in-universe version of that song, though.
It sounds completely different.
What was the
99 Luftballons! It was originally
Thank
performed
you for
by
the
Kate
treat.
Bush in this universe.
Oh, my goodness.
No, there was a small pause.
99 Luftballons!
Ballons. Done by Heinz gets velvet.
Oh, fuck, it's still got another.
Heinz gets velvet. Train of dolphins. You want to talk to dolphin, you talk to me.
audience. How's it going?
Hey there.
I'm almost back to full health,
Only you can hear
which is
I don't think
which is precisely fuck and all.
Boy.
I got a sweet 26 going on here, mate. Try not to. Green's not your colour, all right, mate. Just
Go
chill.
ahead and spend your hit die and do the stuff.
That's
Oh, and I
hit
get
die
some
down.
slots back.
Good God.
Oh wait, the D6. Do I only get that once or on every roll?
Just once.
fuck. All right.
Should we angle the camera on you guys? Can we bring that down a little bit because we're losing a significant
massive
portion
height
of
of
you?
you.
How did that happen?
Somehow you're just way taller than everyone else.
Someone sat forward.
We grew as
There we go,
as
that'll
the
do.
strange is
Flat.
happening.
Perfect.
Maybe this couch is sinking.
And the absolute mastery of Connor to stay entirely in frame while he did that as well.
Goodness gracious.
That,
just
was,
got
that was the
larger.
fucking Spielberg
Sounds
one
radio.
right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I did say
look at
that.
that shit.
Nice.
Nailed it, dude. I look like I'm in a completely different room to the rest of you.
You are. You're in LA, don't I?
You're weirdly like
Oh gosh,
high
that was
shadow.
intense.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I
Alright.
feel like maybe Oh shit! Where's the thing for this? You know what? I'm not gonna
What do
fuck
you
with
want?
it.
More or less?
I think less because I
more
look
intense.
like
That's what
I'm
you need.
gonna kill someone. Oh
Put it on
gosh!
blue
Oh,
mode.
oh, have we? What? You know what?
Yeah,
Let's
that's
stop
okay.
worrying about this right now. I just, I look ugly.
Just leave it, man.
Look
Don't worry about it. I'm. Oh no!
No,
Fuck
no,
it.
no,
We're doing
go-
it live.
Go back down.
We do it to go back
This
down.
is
Fine,
where we
fine.
were.
No, this is down. I'll just bring it down.
I'm so.
That's your face.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go,
Unique
that's
New
better.
York.
That's my
Unique New York.
I'll play a song of balance.
Oh no. Ooh.
No, that's actually closer to what
actually
you
good.
guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all look a little bit smoky.
Hey, that's
Hey, look at that! Look at that! I'm back in the room. Open your eyes. Let's yeah, you guys short rest. You guys head back to town. What's the go? What's the plan? After
We
you.
should probably see Garrow, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was meaning to
You
talk to
did
you about
ask.
that.
Didn't he want us to do that after we buried the goblins?
Yeah. Maybe we
Well,
should.
we're just back from burying the goblins.
We're just
Oh, we
walking
are.
back.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that is where you are currently.
Okay.
We're just walking back now. So if we need to have any out of town discussions, now's the time to do it. Because we're out of town.
Well, I was just concerned about the fact that when what's her face? Because I know her name, but because I have a keen mind for it.
Dan Lowe.
No, not Dan
Marilyn?
Lowe. No,
Miriam.
Main.
Miriam.
Miriam.
Or
Miriam.
Nim.
It was Miriam. That's right.
That's what you said.
That's what I said because I remember. Is that she mentioned that when she was going through the journals of the Lord before Garrow, that he kind of went a bit spare. She went a bit crazy, I think is what she said. So I'm wondering, like, this what is happening with Garrow because he's barely got any sleep lately. That would drive me mad. Is this some kind of thing that happens to lords that come into the town?
I wondered if it was the same thing.
I mean,
lycanthropy and a goblin attack. It just seems like a lot. For
Yeah.
one.
Well, there was
And
also the
Albans.
Haggai.
The Haggai on top of that. And like these guys came to burn the place.
well, is that what happened?
I don't know. Is that what happened last time?
Well, during the Goblin raids, they were burning buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like exactly what they came here to do.
Yeah.
Did we
Seems like pretty standard goblin behavior, though.
did we ever actually get a clear indication of what burnt the town down last time?
No.
'Cause I just remember them running circles around the question.
Yeah, they were pretty evasive about it.
I don't know if they know.
Do we
Maybe
know
the
how?
towns.
Do we know how long ago he took over?
No.
Not a super long time ago.
Yeah.
Do we
I assumed it
remember
was-
how long it's been since Lord Garrett took over?
I
Did
would
we get
remember
that
if he said
information?
It's been since purchasing. I don't actually think you know super specifically, but like very early on, Maximilian mentioned that they have only been there a couple of months,
Right.
which could mean 2 and it could mean 6. I think that's actually the only indication you've had about the length of time at play here.
Right.
Poor
It's,
girl.
it's still very recent, isn't it?
Feels recent.
You know the most about hags out of all of us. Knowledge is passing at best. You know if this is a hag thing? We are leaning into the assumption that there are hags, but Haggai.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't really had a male hags before, but
No, I mean
not him
like
being a
the-
hag, but
maybe a hag's messing with him is causing him to have nightmares. Things.
yeah, I mean that could be a possibility for sure. I think.
I don't see it as a coincidence that we cut down a Haggai and then there's an attack.
Well, the goblins
Goblin
are
attack.
strange, right? Like if you're a hag and you're influencing a town, why would you just send a bunch of goblins to burn it? You're working the town over.
That's just if she's
If we've caught on.
This could be just
Oh,
a standard
might as well
goblin.
restart. I mean,
Maybe.
it's
yeah,
not
we
that
cut
big of a
one
town.
down.
Is it
Maybe they
worth
want
discussing
it.
with Garrow at the very least?
I agree. I think we should.
Because maybe that might be something that happened to the last Lord as well.
And
Perhaps
see if we can
it's-
spot anything in his house, and if we let him know that what we found outside in the town, a Haggai, If he knows that, could be on guard at least.
Well, look, is this probably something that Miriam's worried about at
That was
least?
what I was thinking.
Because she's doing research already
She
on
is.
it.
Yeah.
So either she's been tasked by him, or she's doing it off her own back.
Maybe it's
She's
something
thinking-
we should ask Miriam. Maybe not make the Lord even more concerned
Yes.
than he is.
Yeah.
You know, I just really want to know if there's any more goblins.
Well,
Yeah.
also, what like to counterpoint, the owner of the town should be informed of the threats of the town.
He is our employer.
He would want to know if we're dealing with a possible hag.
That he is. It might actually be in the journals.
It's
Maybe it's
something-
kind of things
it'll
what
help with
happened to the
research,
building
yeah.
before.
I think we should tell Miriam for sure, but
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, he
not-
hired experts. Why would you hire experts if you're not going to use them? Maybe we tell Miriam, and if she agrees that we should tell Lord Garrett, we do it. But I don't know if we should be...
I think he'd want to know.
He will be furious if he finds out we kept it from him.
True.
So let's just.
I
tell
would
him.
be.
That is true.
But it still may not be the smartest choice. That's his personal feelings.
Well, what are we talking about telling him exactly? Like,
About the night hag.
That
just that
I
she
think we should.
exists?
I think
Or
we should.
we
I
don't
mean, we
even
could
know.
just go with the fact that we think there's evidence. Well, we found evidence of a hag. We don't have to say that.
I think it's better
Well-
to talk to Miriam first and then
Didn't
we can talk
didn't
to him.
Miriam say that that was the working theory that there was a hag going on? So
Sure.
he's probably already talked with her about that.
Yeah,
But now we
of course.
found evidence, so
Yeah.
that's what we should bring them the evidence.
Well, let's let's
Did
check
we
anyway.
leave
I
it
think.
with her?
Um,
Can't remember.
oh, I mean, we
But it was
said
the
that
eye.
to her and then we buggered off.
That's right. It was like a stop.
That was yesterday,
Yeah.
and he was supposed to get back that night or this morning. So they've probably already chatted.
That's probably what they want to talk about.
Yeah.
We should
We'll
just have
just-
the conversation.
Let him lead the way, and then we can bring it up.
Yeah, it could be what he was
Yeah.
going to talk to us about.
Could be.
Let's go.
Okay. You
That's
return
it.
to the town,
Let's go.
sing a nice trail song.
99.
Not the
Gonna
bar.
take my to the hotel.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
You, I take it you're making your way directly to the Lord's Manor.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to do the knock thing? Go on.
Bing bong.
Thank you.
Surprisingly normal. That's awesome.
He
Oh, that's thunder
answers.
damage to the door.
He just goes up.
Please
Just
make a 15
splinters inwards. The Lord answers quite promptly, actually. Comes to the door and opens up. Yes, good. I've been waiting for you.
Hi.
Come inside. Yes, hello. Yes. Come in. Come in. Can I get you a drink or anything?
Some tea would be nice, actually.
Yes, I'll see to it. As you come through to the lounge, Miriam has already sat on one of the couches. He sort of heads off out towards the back of the house and comes back in. Terence will see to some tea. Depending on how long our conversation is, hopefully it'll be ready in time. Firstly, thanks to be given for helping the town. I know I expressed my thanks this morning, but I see fit to revisit the thank yous. As it were, to that end, sort of goes over to the table and pulls out a series of pouches of gold. I think I'm going to have to start giving you gold directly. I'll run out of pouches soon if I'm not careful.
Yeah, we should give him back or something.
You
Quite a
should
body
find-
count. today.
You should find the payment to be quite satisfactory. However, in the interest of good business, this one comes with a small proviso. The sum is generous and may indeed be followed by an even more generous sum on the proviso that you, he sort of looks across at Miriam. If common wisdom is to be believed, goblins do not simply exist in isolation. They are from somewhere. If we are experiencing goblins, especially in some small number, there is the possibility it is some roving band, but some did seem to flee. One can assume there will be others nearby. If there aren't, we need you to confirm that there aren't. If there are, I need you to deal with them as immediately as possible.
They seemed organized.
We had
organized.
already assumed that following the goblins would be the next step.
Yes. And I will be willing to pay handsomely if there is some further threat that is dealt with.
Well, we can maybe start to look to track to see where they came from, but without a decent night's rest, I think we're not in any position to do much else to engage. So if you're happy with that.
Yes, certainly. If you need to see to it in the morning, then do so.
Also, it would be a shame that if they are organized and the stragglers that ran off, I think we saw about a group of 5. If they did run off and there are reinforcements, it'd be a shame that if we went looking for them, they came and attacked the town again.
This is my fear. I am reticent to sit on our laurels and wait for them to arrive. They now know what we are capable of. If there are more coming, they will come prepared. I worry what will happen to the town, should that be the case. I feel we need to address it more directly and actively, and it is also unfortunate that you are in no state to give immediate chase to those that got away. To that end, I think it is pertinent that we track where they went and follow them and find wherever it is they're going to, assuming that that is indeed where they came from, or at the very least establish that these few are deserters.
We can always rest on the road.
That's what I was thinking.
It's a possibility. I mean, some of us are good enough to at least make it for a full day's journey, I think.
Well, we should.
I want to check in with everyone, like, straight up, like.
We should
mean,
check, because there's no point in us putting off in the morning, and they're actually really nearby. So we should at least find out how far away they are first.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we may as well head off today.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to
I'm
hear
happy.
that. I have not yet had much luck in recruiting other security. You are what we have. To that end, though, I have had some other successes in seeing to it that our town is known about and potentially attracting new business owners. And, luckily, of the businesses that were set ablaze today, none were currently occupied or active. We are, as the saying goes, thanking our lucky stars over that.
I was actually quite curious about that. We realised today that there's still not a lot we know about the town, and we've noticed a lot of the burned buildings before.
Yes.
Does anyone know what caused those burned buildings? Because I saw the goblins were raiding and they were burning houses. There's a potential, has this happened before to the town?
Not in my tenure here. I confess I did not take up personal occupation of the town until some months after purchasing the deed. However, by all reports, the town was burned down prior even to my purchase of the deed, and indeed it was part of the negotiations of the sale. However, the cause is still unknown. One would assume it is benign, untended towns. Things could happen.
Can I roll an insight check? If he's
Yeah, go ahead.
true. 14 plus something. Insights. 21.
Seems to be on the level.
Okay.
It has occurred to me recently that perhaps this wasn't a benign event as I had originally assumed. However, that does not mean I am now inclined towards believing it was not simply a natural occurrence. Fires happen, especially in an unattended town with plenty of dry wood in the middle of a summer during an age of storms. All it would take is an errant lightning strike or simple natural forest fire, any number of things. Miriam sort of pipes up. I have noticed some of the trees towards the west of town. They are of a variety whose seeds shed only when the forest is burned. This may simply be related. That being said, they are separated by cliff face from the town itself, so whether the fire would have spread upward is hard to say. It would be a simple matter of the wind being in a favourable direction and hot coals being blown up onto buildings, but it certainly is in line with the side of town that is burned down. That's been my going theory, but much like the Lord, I have begun to consider other possibilities.
Mike.
Oh, yeah, you attacked.
Yeah, that's his name, yeah.
Mike.
Nice.
Oh shit.
As the Lord just kind of looks back. Yes, what she said. Oh, you good? You got enough space?
What a shambles.
It's a lot tighter back there than... Oh, that was a bad choice of words.
Oh,
I was going to say it's a lot tighter back there than it was last week. But,
Funny joke coming in 3, 2, 1.
Are you sure it is?
He's been doing exercise.
Yeah, that's right.
Kegels.
Look at those kegels.
Yeah.
Kegels and peel. Can I...
Don't feel it.
Can I mention, before we head out, I think there was something that we did want to talk to Miriam about, right?
Around the...
Sort of looks, he kind of looks at Miriam and she looks back at him. I look both at you. Anything she can be privy to, I can be privy to.
Fair enough. Well, we've provided evidence potentially of a hag that's been monitoring the town. I don't know if Miriam's
I have been
had a chance.
informed, yes.
We're just worried that that may be connected to this attack in some way.
I appreciate your concern. There is a point to which I have run out of capacity to worry. I have enough on my plate, a great deal in fact, and the town seems to be beset constantly. At this point, if there's an issue, a problem, a hag or more, I must clear my mind of it and leave it to your expertise. I still have a town to run. I leave the security detail to you.
Understood. I mean, we're happy to keep providing updates when we find out more. To the both of
Naturally,
you.
yes. And you are welcome to pass them to Miriam herself. She will pass them to me in kind.
Good to know. Well, we're happy to investigate, whether it's today or tomorrow. I'm not sure, but
We should leave as soon as we can, I think.
yeah, we can sleep on the road, like you said.
Yeah. Whereabouts will Miriam be mostly based? Is she based here at the house or?
She sort of looks to you. Immediate house on the right. Upon leaving, I've set up a small storing premises there. If you should wish to visit, I have some scrolls and the like available.
Excellent.
Let's take our leave and
Let's get set for the road.
Yeah.
do we see if Dano's got any healing potions yet?
Yeah, get geared up, and as soon as we can get on the road, the better, I think.
So before we leave, I'm gonna go over to Lord Garrow real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Is he stepped away, or where is he? Like,
No,
is
like
he-
you're still like on the couches. No one's moved away just yet.
Cool. Yeah, if we could, like, yeah, as everyone's leaving, I'm just gonna go over and try and have a private conversation.
Yeah, sure.
So, can we break out real quick? I caught just the end of that conversation. What he was saying. Can you go over it real quick for me? He said he was just too tired to care.
Not so much too tired to care. More that like he was saying he's got other business he's actively attending to, and there are so many other things that seem to be causing issues, things that are providing threats to the town, that for the sake of his own focus, he can only put so much energy and attention to those things. Continuing to be actively concerned all the time is just unconstructive. That's kind of what he was getting at. For him personally.
Yes.
Compartmentalizing.
Yeah, I'll just I'll go over to him and just a few words, like just speaking a few words as I walk past him and try and rejoin the group. Just if you have time to talk later privately, or as a group, we could discuss services beyond just security. I'm sure we have more to offer the town, and some of us have expressed interest in doing so. And although security is important, while downtime is happening, there are other things that we can attend our attention to.
I'll see if there's time to speak on it. But I make no guarantees.
Yes, you're very busy. All right, we'll go do our job. Thank you.
Shall we pop past?
As you guys are on the way out, Terrence comes through with a tray of teacups.
I'll take it.
Just like hooning down. It's like scalding hot.
Yeah.
Takes all 6.
Sorry, you were saying.
No, that's fine. On the way out of town, shall we pop past Lane's house? Didn't we ask her to get in some health potions for us?
I know I've asked her before, so yeah, we should check in.
She said it would take a couple of days, and I think it's been a couple of days. I genuinely cannot remember.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week. I should actually talk to. I ordered a burrito as well. I should also talk to someone about getting my head checked.
Should be ducks all the way
I
down.
get knocked out a lot.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't think there are any studies that show that, you know, long prolonged exposure to regular concussions are totally fine. If you about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident it'll be fine. But what did I have for breakfast this morning?
You didn't.
Oh,
We didn't
I
get a
thought I
chance.
did. Okay.
No, we got woken up by the bells.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, you're heading out of town with some expediency.
Yes.
Did you want to
Who are you
stop by
checking with
Miriam's
first before we leave? Let's do that.
store?
Lane will be one.
Okay.
Get some potions for sure.
Yeah, as you sort of call on her, she's just kind of fussing about her shop and fixing some things.
You know how much we got paid?
Good afternoon. How are you?
Oh, sorry.
How much did we get paid?
100 each.
Oh,
Sweet.
Goodness gracious.
my lord.
Cool.
Azu, yeah, she greets you to come into the shop and sort of makes her way over to the counter and what are we after?
I'm not sure how long ago we had talked about healing potions, but I was wondering if that had been
They
procured.
arrived just this morning.
Oh,
Just
fantastic.
been restocking.
Perfect.
We
Couldn't have come at a better time.
had a small cart with our new settlers. A few extra restocks that we'd called for. Seems they all came down on a bit of a wagon together. So, yeah. I just have the 4. I hope that's all right.
I think so. Well,
4 will do.
no, yeah. I mean, we can. I feel ashamed to wipe you out immediately after you get them.
I don't. How many do you have?
We'll take the whole lot and more.
Well, I can always order more. That's the. I
Right.
mean, if I ordered them and it didn't sell, then that'd be bad business. So
True. I think we need
I think we'll be your biggest customer. for
A
little
steady
while.
supply coming in will be quite a boon for us.
Yeah. Did we establish whether those were bonus action or action to drink?
Says Rosberg.
Yeah.
What's your rules around potions?
Oh yeah. What
yeah, so that's a sticky one. I tend to just say bonus action.
Cool.
It's just. Yeah.
I would love to have one. Then, please.
Yeah, maybe give one to all the non-healers. That would make sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like one.
Yeah.
I can heal other
Barely.
people.
How many
but
can
I
you buy
can't.
from her?
Well, the
All
other thing is
4
that
if you want. Yeah.
She only has 4.
She's only got the 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
well,
Okay.
if
How much are those? Sorry.
50 each.
Yep,
50 each.
we'll take them.
Okay.
so,
It's like,
everyone
this is
gets
London.
one pays 50 then, except for me. So who's gonna cover mine?
I'll pay. I'll pay 150.
I have this crazy thing where I can.
It's
I
like
can
a
presume
lot of
between
a
us
lot
we
of
can
coin
count
moves
myself.
over her counter, and like you can tell she's like trying to be cool about it, right? It's like sort of counting it up. Seems to all be all there. Yeah. Well,
yeah, I don't know. I don't like carrying all this around.
Well, I'm always more than happy to take it off you.
Does
Sweet. Someone will have to
I'll
cover
buy
the last 50.
Okay,
Sorry.
great.
I got it. I'll cover the last 50.
Well, that's wonderful. It's
I'll
just
buy one.
you lads
Um,
great?
Oh, they're already covered.
she's like pointed you to like where you can grab from the
But you
shelf.
can add one if you want.
I'll see if,
Yeah.
about getting more of that stock in, and if that's been good for you.
If possible,
Definitely. Yeah.
double the order, please.
I yes, okay, I'll try. It's down to
If
what they
possible.
can actually
Mm.
supply me because we're a little ways away. Yeah.
We'll make it worth it.
Do you need anything else while you're in?
Yeah, actually.
Oh,
Do you have the newer Tag Hulkington book?
can't say I'm familiar. I'm afraid.
I don't suppose you could order that in, as well as the potions.
I could see. I don't really know a publisher I could buy from, bookbinder or anything.
I mean, he's a moderately famous character, book person.
not a big.
Tell her the author.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The author. He's John Spaceman.
Should have looked at
Spaceman.
like as in he takes up a lot of
Spatchman.
space.
No, his surname is Spaceman.
Yes, I'm curious as to why he's got that surname, like Smith or Taylor.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just his name. Maybe it's a pen name. But yeah, it's
maybe.
yeah.
What sort of book is it?
It's an adventure novel.
Ah, that'll be why I haven't heard of it. Not really my sort of thing.
Right. You strike me as more of the rom-com kind of guy.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
exclusively read the Bible.
Oh.
She said,
But it is quite romantic.
Oh,
so.
which
I
one?
do like a bit. Do like a bit of a romance. Well, I'll ask about it.
My thanks.
Love it.
You're welcome.
So who's
Do you have
taking
any
the
alchemist
potions?
fire for sale?
I'm taking one.
Torgel's taking one.
Hadn't occurred to me to get any.
No worries.
one.
You could always,
Mother.
and I know this isn't strictly good business, but you could always speak to Dan Lowe. I think that'll be more. I mean, there's no point me trying to
Great advice.
buy what she's going to be selling anyway.
great
It
advice.
would be ridiculous.
I'll
So
talk to her next.
you know, we can all make a pretty penny if we don't step on each other's toes.
That's how small towns work, eh?
Well, I'll be seeing you then.
Thank you so much.
I'm not going to leave town.
Have a good one.
Yeah, sure, remember.
See you next time.
Good.
Cool.
Where we
Shall
at?
we
Next
down
stop?
line? Down
Yeah.
line?
Yeah, as you come to
sure.
Dano's shop, that's still. She's there with Dariel. They are on the outside of the building, just sort of down the side. Like you see, as you come close, you can see them both sort of like looking around the bits and just trying to assess the damage. As you see the two of them discussing.
You okay there, Dan Lowe?
As they turn and notice you. Oh, quite all right. We're just putting in a work order. Yeah.
Is that how bad was the damage on your shop? Oh, wasn't too bad.
It sort of looks at Dariel. It's not too bad. Could be worse. Should be fine. Should be a easy enough fix.
And we're actually on our way to just check to make sure. We'll just check on any other threats that might be out there, just to make sure the town's safe, you know, as we do. I'm wondering, do you have anything that might any healing potions or anything of that nature by any chance?
She sort of looks at Dariel and see to them. It's fine. She walks up towards you. Let's go inside. As you come in, she's done a really good job of setting up this interior.
Inside check, just between their
Yeah, go
interaction
ahead,
between the two of them.
Do they love each other?
Caught him.
I think that's 5.
They're in love.
Can I insight check because I'm a furbolg and I know
Sure, if you want, yeah.
because I've got a +6 to that. Oh shit! Yeah, 14.
Mhm.
I'm just going to turn to Oakley and say, they're fucking.
You're sort of like, you're probably like, huh? Maybe they are. Like, but like,
Wow.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, why would he lie about that?
Sure.
Crazy.
Entire,
Oh my
an
god.
entire business transaction just got extremely misconstrued. As you come inside, she's done a really excellent job of setting up this interior, sort of turning what would have been a downstairs lounge into mostly a storefront. You can see sort of toward the back is where it becomes a more normal like lounge and house with a staircase going upstairs. And she has a number of glass jars. Pretty much all of them are empty. There's a couple of dried herbs and things that are hanging at various points around the walls, and small little kind of cubbies with just various dried things and ingredients, and a couple of filled vials of stuff.
Nice.
It smells crazy in here.
This place is awesome. Well done, Denlo. You're a great addition to the town.
Thank you. How can I help you?
What do you got?
All of this.
Sweet. Cool. Which of it heals? Which of it does not healing?
Oh, right. Sort of. Do you see those berries there? She's like gestures to one of the cubbies. They're very temperature sensitive. They would have been perfect for a healing brew. I could have finished it in an afternoon, but yeah, in the fire they got a bit too warm and a lot of them burst. I have other things. I have some antitoxins, and well, I guess it depends on other things you need. I mean, I have some poisons, and their respective antidotes. I have just some
Anything to
sort
make
of
it
looks
easier
at
for me to
you
hit
and
things.
kind of says like elixir, a base. What's the word in common when you can like oil, like an oil for cooking, right? It just on its own it's just nothing, but you need it to make everything.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I've got a lot of that, so I can make a lot of things
Okay.
quickly. That's
So like a
says that to you in
poultice base.
Sylvan.
Okay.
Well, no, but I know what you mean, and you mean what I mean.
Sure.
You said the wrong word there.
Yeah.
It's not what a poultice
No.
is. But
So,
that's
So
okay.
like a base, I mean.
He always
Y-
any sauce in the bacon.
Yeah.
Any sauce in the bacon.
Well, we're looking for a lot of things that might be able to heal us that we can use in a fight, ideally. If you have more of those berries, could you make more of that?
Yeah, I have some growing now out back, but they probably won't fruit for this time of year. They fruit quite regularly, but I did only just get them grafted into the soil. They'll need to adjust to their new homes. Maybe a few more days they would be ready, and then I can. You can use juvenile ones if you need. I have a way I can use those, but it will taste really bad, really not good. But it will work if that's
You could
okay. But
prestidigitate those.
even then, maybe tomorrow I could, if a few have started to fruit.
That's fine. Do you two just want to check what those berries are, so if we come across anything, we can
Can I take a look?
bring it back?
Yeah. You recognize these. You probably wouldn't know what the word for them is in common, but they're pretty standardly known as kind of a baseline for a lot of lightly restorative medicines and things like that. Usually you'll you can make like syrups of them that you can give people who have coughs that have damaged their throats and lungs and things like that to help them mend pretty much straight away, and then also what would be traditionally healing potions and similar elixirs.
They look like chuck berries.
Okay, well,
Sure.
What
keep
kind
an
of
eye out for the man.
what kind of poisons do you have? What can you make?
It depends on what you need. Do you need something that is administered in a drink or food, or do you need something that is applied and, if contacted with blood, with open wounds, will apply, or
I was thinking one of each.
okay. And what outcome do you want?
Death.
Diarrhea.
Oh, actually, the one that is required to
by
ingest,
diarrhea.
I would like paralysis if possible.
It's
And then the
interchangeable
other
at this
one,
point.
just more damage. If I
Okay.
fast acting, necrotic
Yeah.
pain.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. I will. I'll need the afternoon.
No worries.
You can come in the evening if you really need them soon.
I probably won't be back until tomorrow.
Okay.
but,
all right. That's
yeah.
fine. I'll
Good
have
order.
it ready.
Thank you.
How much? Because I might as well make a batch if I'm making them.
Yeah. How much do they cost? And I'll go from there.
Kind of looks awkwardly betwin
Yeah.
you and
can help me out
Oakley and
here. Yeah.
The old
and
Furbolg
Sylvan is
special.
like in it's not Sylvan, it's Furbolg Weldish, isn't it? It looks you. I have no idea how much things should cost.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well,
What's
how hard is it for you to make?
It's not too hard. I can make 6 at a time quite easily. I could stretch that to 10 if needed. It'll take me a couple of hours. I don't think deadly poisons should be cheap, though. That seems bad and dangerous.
Yeah.
I feel like they should cost a lot of money, actually.
Sure.
Because otherwise, everyone would just have them. And then all sorts of people would die.
Well, you might need to use some discretion as to who you sell it to. But I think you
can
can
do
trust
that?
him. He seems sure. Yeah, why not? In fact, you don't even have to tell people everything that you have if you're not sure they're going to use it for the right reasons. Don't tell them you don't have it, because they'll know you're not telling the truth.
Okay.
But you don't have to tell them that you have it in the first place.
How much money do you think he has?
Oh, well, I've only been here a couple of days, and I had like hundreds of gold, so he's probably got thousands at this point.
Must be thousands.
Yeah, so maybe like 600-700 gold for the poison would be, I think,
What's she saying?
reasonable.
What else can you
I'm-
buy for
I'm,
that?
I'm working on it. Oh, like
Is that a lot? Is that
like-
a little? What's
seems like,
Wait, do you know how much things cost?
yeah, I've got a pretty good idea of how much things cost.
the only
Mid-game.
I have a loan for the property that's 5,000. Is that I
Wow,
think that's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's crazy.
Is it?
No, well, I don't know. I haven't bought a house before. Would I have any idea, like, how much this is actually worth?
Yeah. Give me a second.
Bullshit.
Because it's not like I'm new to commerce.
Yeah. No. The simple things like antidotes. I'll just crack that out for you real quick.
Less than a healing potion.
Because those are a bit more straightforward than things like
I want to know if she can make anything that helps me to like
get
see
erections.
things better, so I can hit them.
Probably not.
See
Not
things
in
better
the
so
way
I
you're
can get
meaning.
more easily erect.
Bless you. Because I guess the cost of the poison would be based on how much damage it does, right? Or if it applies the poison condition.
Yeah, so this poison instantly kills people. It's
Wow.
If this is something that you want to talk
13
about
gold,
later,
man.
like,
So the antitoxins come in at 50. something like Alchemist Fire comes in at 50.
Penis pump.
Alright.
For the
Penis
for the specifically administered the by way of damage, that would run up probably about 60 to 70. I'll call it 70. And the paralysis one, I feel like that should run about similar, actually.
Okay. So
Because they're quite specific effects, and these are being made with the intention of being pretty guaranteed should they be applied.
yeah, right. Cool. And so for the one that goes on weapons or arrows, do I get multiple uses out of that one? Like, does it go on a certain amount of ammunition per se?
You can coat. You can comfortably coat one weapon or 5 pieces of ammunition.
Cool.
Obviously, the ammunition is one and done. The weapon, once coated, it will last on it.
Like up to a minute.
It'll last on it. I have a specific thing of this somewhere. Off the top of my head, it's in the realm of like a couple of rounds or until first used, basically. So like, it doesn't necessarily apply multiple times, but it's also not like, oh, you missed on that one attack, get fucked.
Yeah.
And it is possible for it to potentially persist on the blade after a successful attack as well. So you might be able to get a little bit of extra mileage out of that, but it's a low chance.
Cool.
But yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, I'll take one of each. One Alchemist Fire and one Antidote.
Okay, yeah. As sort of makes the whole purchase, and you kind of move the coins across the counter. She sort of counts it all up.
Do we are we interested in maybe looking at getting something around charms or curses, maybe?
Oh, I'd say that's definitely worth a shot. Yeah. Do you got anything for that? Anything to help guard against charms, curses?
Or
We're
remove the effect
we're
of it.
potentially dealing with a hag. Do you know what that is? What's hag? What's hag in Sylvan? What is that?
There is a word for it.
Yeah.
Like she would recognize the word.
Hagens,
Yeah.
I think it is.
Hagens.
Yeah.
Haagen-Dazs.
Haagen-Dazs. Sort of. That's quite complicated.
Very. Yeah.
What you would call a hag, it's really, there's a lot of different things, and the things they can do, the kinds of magics they can apply, even the things they brew, and not all of them brew. I would need to know more. If you're dealing with some, they will go after your minds and your dreams, and there are wards against that, but
You seem to have some knowledge about these things. Could you actually talk to Miriam? She's investigating with Lord Garrow to try and potentially look into this threat. And I believe Lord Garrow might also...
Given that we had some situation around causing untold panic, maybe discretion is
No,
the
it's because
key as
Danlo
well?
supplies the medicine as well, and if she has insight into it, I just want to
I
recommend
know,
that
but
they should connect.
I just
Well,
meant
they-
I'm not going to go around
Was
mentioning it to every townsman.
No,
Keep
no,
it quiet,
no,
please.
yeah,
was
Yeah,
I not
keep it quiet.
supposed to know this?
It's just a potential thing, and if you have knowledge, you seem knowledgeable. I feel it's warranted to tell you about it and
Okay.
see if you're interested
Okay.
in helping the town.
Yeah. Do you know when I should speak to them?
It's
or
it's
do I
fine to
just-
speak to Merrick and the Lord, but
Do you mean
maybe
Miriam?
Miriam.
Not Mary.
Miriam.
Don't talk to Merrick.
don't talk to Merrick.
Yeah.
By Merrick, I
Just,
meant
yeah,
Miriam.
please keep it quiet. Talk to Miriam only.
Yeah.
And just-
Okay.
We don't want the town to panic, like you mentioned.
All right. Okay.
We've been scolded before. We've learned our lesson.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, I should start on your toxins.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you so much. And anyone else need anything? I'm good.
Oh,
We'll load it up.
I found something for you. You might like this. Sort of heads out back towards the sort of living part, and comes back with 2 two sort of rolled up things of parchment, and I found these clearing out the shop. I thought you might like them.
Yeah, they already look great. Thank you. I'm gonna grab them here.
Yeah. Appears to be Scorching Ray and Expeditious Retreat.
A scroll?
Yeah, as scrolls. So you can copy scroll information into your book and then also still cast the scroll once.
You just got 2 new spells. Something.
That's. And I'm just tears down my eye. And I'm just gonna.
Thank you. You still have to
Greatest
spend.
moment of my life.
You still have to spend the money to copy them over.
Yeah.
It's like
You just don't have to buy the scrolls.
Because it's 50 per,
Per level spell. Yeah.
And
For the parchment and inks and supplies.
is it 2 hours?
Uh,
It's an hour
It's
per
an hour per level,
level.
I think.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
God, being a wizard is time consuming.
Oh yeah.
Makes
And
sense
you've-
though.
and
I love
you
how that
also
makes so much more sense.
Need to have money.
Yes. No poor wizards. Lots of poor wizards.
Okay. That's awesome. That's
It's
awesome.
like art students.
Yeah.
I had this happen one time, like, because I was working in an art store for a while, and I had someone go to me. They were like, "Man, I was in, like, I checked out your art store because it was online, and I don't understand how artists can afford all that stuff if they seem to be broke all the time." And I looked at him, I'm like, "Why do you think they're broke all the time, bro?"
Because
Like,
buying all that
that's-
stuff. Like,
Yeah, like when you have to drop like $300 on quality paint, like, yeah, that's fucking why.
Yeah, tell me about it. I was like, I'm gonna buy a 3D printer. That way, I can print a bunch of minis and I'll save some money. Bullshit.
Yeah, because then like the material cost is
$1,000
relatively cheap.
later,
You start
yeah.
buying like paints to paint them, and like you end up like down.
But it is awesome because like I can print a goblin army over the weekend, which is
Yeah,
fucking
just
sick.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I think it's worth $1,000.
It's great.
Anyways, next.
Anywhere else
I
for?
think we're.
Did you want to go see Miriam about more scrolls and things? She's got a store now.
Yeah, I meant my
We
Uber.
might as well ask.
Also,
She said she got it set up.
Well, we can ask her, yeah.
Also wonder if it's fruitful going to Merrick. Does anyone need? Is anyone good weapons wise?
I
just
might
fuck
see
off,
if.
I mean, we don't really have enough time
No,
to
good. We gotta go.
do anything.
Alright.
If I think it's just quick stops. I don't think.
Yeah, also bear in mind, if we get into a fight, there's not much I can do to help.
Well,
Yeah, well, I
ideally,
think we're just gonna do some
we're just
reconnaissance.
Some reconnaissance, no fighting. We rest when we can, and we keep track of if they do retaliate. We get back to town where we can fight them safely, with some cover and control. And if I don't want to fight them out there.
If it makes
If
you
it's
feel,
if it's a group of similar size, we're fucked. If we run into them out in the open, we're fucked.
if it makes you feel any better, Oakley, I was almost dying before you came in anyway. So
Oh, I believe that
very
you probably
caring
would have
thing.
by now.
yeah.
So I feel like I'm integrating well into the team. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, we should probably stop asking Danlo to keep secrets. Furbolgs can't
Right,
lie.
they're really bad at that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Well, like you
if
said,
anyone
it's just about not talking about it.
Yeah,
right?
can they not
Can
tell
she
the
just not
truth?
talk about
well, the thing is, it's not that we can't. We don't. Well, being not forthright isn't really a thing in our
Right.
communities, so there'd be no reason that she'd try and deceive anyone. And if she did, it would be a pretty poor showing.
it? Yeah.
this does sort of sound like we've just occupied another house. In that case,
Like a metaphor, you mean?
yeah, that was a metaphor.
We're gonna get in trouble. Is that
I
what
No,
think-
we're
I think
not
we're
gonna
not,
get in trouble.
but
I don't think
we're
we're
probably gonna get in trouble.
Well, it's worth it. I don't fucking care.
I mean, he said leave security to us, so we're doing security.
I think,
He's overloaded. He knows it. If we can offer support in any way, especially the potion maker who might help him with this.
well, it's a very serious
Condition.
threat, this
Yeah.
hag, so if
And
Danlo
if she
can
has,
help.
if Danlo has information, especially if possible remedies.
I mean, to
think
be
it's worth
fair,
a talk to.
no one else is probably going to ask her about
Mm-hmm.
the stuff that we've been talking about anyway. So
Yeah.
I mean,
hopefully we should be alright.
we could have just done it with a little bit more tact, i.e., getting Miriam to ask her directly. But nonetheless,
Yeah.
Well, we didn't
saying
know that
that.
she. I didn't want to go bother Bodgar's place again, and we didn't know Danlo knew anything.
Well,
and
we're
he
gonna
was
go
talking about it.
bother Miriam now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, let's go swing by her place.
Are you visiting Miriam?
Yes,
Yeah.
I will.
You probably need parchment and stuff. Right?
He needs inks and parchment.
I already have parchment.
We we don't need to do too much here, but she will comfortably have up to 3rd level that you can purchase as a scroll, which you can then also copy into your book, and then also the scroll is still a scroll that you can use once.
Okay. 3rd level what though?
Spells.
Okay.
So you can purchase basically any spell up to 3rd level reliably. Some higher level, depends.
Oh, okay.
You're in the presence of the
15 for a cantrip, 25 for 1st level, 250 for 2nd level, 500 for 3rd level.
Bargain.
Fair.
Whoa. Yes.
So that's the cost of buying the scroll, and then there's the copying cost that you'll need to pay on top of that. And that scroll is still usable as a scroll as well.
Sick.
Do you have anything that jumps to mind?
Not at the moment. I also, but a bit short on money and time's a factor. So
Well, time is a factor, and
Yeah.
if you want to,
Let's head out.
think about it before we leave town, we could call it here tonight.
Well, I do hear True Strike is really good.
Apparently, it's really good for the action economy.
Yeah.
It's really great for spectator sports when you use 2 strike and they get fucked up. So no, I'll leave it for now. I think
Head out.
I need the time to copy it over, and there's just more time that we're gonna need to spend. So
You already have enough spells that you
I already have
you
enough
already
that
have.
I need to copy. So yeah.
Okay.
We're heading out then.
Yeah, by this point, we're looking at it's like roughly 1:32-ish, just after attending to other business about the town. I take it you're just sort of doing a general sweep out around. You kind of know roughly what direction the other ones left from, so I'm taking it you're sort of focusing on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get a survival check from everyone to see what you see?
Everybody.
And then I'll also get a perception check.
Damn it! And a perception check.
Yeah. So I'll do survival first, then perception.
Because it was fuck all.
That's what we're going.
And more fuck all. Great.
What's everyone's survival check?
14.
20.
14.
16.
4.
9.
Okay. You find tracks. You're pretty onto it. As you're sort of sweeping around in the area, you find the obvious signs of passage. These things did not leave carefully, so you're able to find the direction they came from. They did not move to make any effort to hide their numbers, and eventually, not too far out of the town, you find where they meet other tracks that were coming towards the town. A lot more of those tracks. So they've obviously just gone back to the way they came in and have left that way. It skirts
Right.
pretty close to the woodcutter's hut. Not quite, but you know where it is, and as you're sort of following this track outward, you're at a point where, if you were maybe another 50 meters over, closer to the woodcutter's hut, you'd be able to see it through the trees.
Damn.
Does it feel like they have deliberately skirted around?
Not really.
Just that they
this is just the
hadn't-
direction they came
Okay.
from. If you guys want to get the map up, I can do a little bit of the old pointy point.
Yeah, I wonder if we're scooting the hut. I don't know, would he be able to see them from the hut? Or heard them?
So, if you kind of track more or less southward towards those hills,
Yep.
so hit the hills
Yep.
and then come inward, that's basically where they were. So they hit there, and
right.
because they came in from the south side of town as well. So it's like they just kind of hugged the terrain,
Right.
presumably from the direction they came from. So you are currently around where there's that little bit of hill there. So you know that the woodcut is actually relatively close. Though it is through a forested area, so you still need to be closer to it to see it. It doesn't seem particularly deliberate.
And so the goblins that ran off have met up with a larger group.
And
they're heading back down.
They've met up with what looks like the tracks of the raiding party that they made on the way in.
Okay.
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be any other tracks that are going out, except for the 5 that you've been following.
Should we check up on the woodcutter on the way? Because they were dangerously close.
Yeah, and we warned them as well. Possible retaliation soon.
No one split off, but it might be worth giving him a warning at least. If they're
Well,
passing
if they come back through this way,
Yeah.
they might catch him next time.
Yeah.
Worth it for him to stay in town for the next few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go over to the
he
woodcutters.
could also keep an eye on it and be like early warning.
Yeah, I think
Possible
that would
as
be
well. I
enough
think
for
that'd be
him, right?
yeah. But we should still tell him.
And at this point, you are far enough out of town that, like, you could probably spend maybe another half hour out here before it would be pertinent to head back in advance of sunset and dinner.
Sure, yeah.
At any rate, you make it out to the woodcutter's hut. You come across him.
Before we head over there, can I just yell out from where we are? And just see if he hears.
Yeah, sure. I mean, as you draw closer, you can see he's kind of stood leaning on his axe, sort of in the nearest part of the woods to his house, sort of like looking around. Then he finally kind of sees you coming through the trees and just picks up his axe and sort of slumps over as you sort of nods as you come closer.
Yeah,
How's it going?
You're right.
Hey, did you hear a bit of commotion come through here earlier, John?
No, didn't know me.
Lucky.
Yeah.
What happened?
Early this morning, a big bunch of goblins and the hoblock goblin and some bugbears
Shit.
A rate
attacked town.
Rate
yeah.
of 30. Or
Everyone
more.
all right?
Yeah, we just came from their tracks just over that way.
Not 50
was
meters
pretty-
off from your house.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
pretty close to.
Might be worth keeping an eye out from now
We
on.
had a few scragglers head back. They got away.
Right.
And if they come back, we're going to go try and track where they went. But if they come back while we're gone, you can either head back into town, stay safe, or you can give early warning.
Probably take on 5, but thanks for
Well,
letting me know.
Yeah.
It's,
If you can give the town warning, that would be amazing.
yeah, well,
Save a
we'll
lot
see
of lives,
anything.
potentially.
Well, at least everyone's all right. That's nasty business, goblins. And you know what they say? If you see goblins, there's more that you don't see.
Exactly. That's our fear. Well, we're off. Let us know if you see anything, and hopefully we'll be in touch soon.
You're trying to find them where they came from.
Yeah. Any ideas?
Be careful, all right? That's all I'm saying. Just be careful.
I give you a look.
Yeah. I am trying to understand what he means by that with an insight.
You can make an inside check if you want, yeah.
No, I don't. Oh, probably not. 16. I forgot how I'm on.
He seems to be hiding some kind of personal pain. That's the sense you get.
Right. I would just say we'll deal with it, I'm sure. Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, see you around here.
Take care. Be safe.
So picks up his axe and just kind of continues felling logs.
You're saying we're at the stage where
We need to head back.
we need to head back essentially. Otherwise, we're going to be
Or camp
walking
out.
in dark.
Yeah,
right?
more or less. Like you'll probably get back like half an hour before it's dark outside.
What do we want?
So there's a little bit of time to spare, but like definitely not enough time to follow the tracks any further without just being too far out of town.
Sure.
Okay.
Anyone know how to make a camp, or do we head back?
Well, we can, but if they come back, we're screwed.
I say we head back to town and just keep watch out.
I don't want to fight goblins in the dark.
Yeah,
No, true.
not out in the open.
That's a good point.
Sweet.
We should probably head back, but at least we got to bed and go where they came from. So.
And that they went back that way.
Yeah.
We have possible early warning if the woodcutter plays it safe. And
Okay.
I think we should try to get everyone to stay in one building tonight in case there is a raid in the night.
They probably won't, you know. They're more comfortable in
They're
their homes, but
stubborn as fuck.
well,
but,
we should at least just set up our guard duty.
Yeah,
We
I
just
agree.
set up on this side of the town, and then we should be able to see them coming a mile away.
Yeah.
If not for the early warning as well. So
Do we want to see if we could crash near the woodcutter's place? Then we're already part way there anyway.
If they go past us, we'll miss them.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
problem.
Oh, true. Yeah.
If we fuck up even just a few slip through,
I mean, we were
towards the
lucky
whole
that
town.
we were there when Max woke us up. So
yeah, we're lucky.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll ask
Watch
my
in the
owl
city.
to keep watch.
In town.
Cool. Yeah, I'll head back.
Okay.
So
And you're setting watch for the evening?
leave-
Yes, we're staying at Max's, taking turns setting watch.
Yeah, and as you come in, like Max spends like the most of the evening being like extremely, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like he's constantly like re-giving thanks over and over. Like he waves most of your drinks.
I still tip him quite heavily.
And I mentioned that result. I was like, oh, I'm not going to argue.
I just leave it laying around. Like,
Yeah. Put gold for him to find.
yeah.
Like an Easter egg hunt. And then you guys are setting a watch through the night, yeah?
Yep.
yeah, but we might need to cut it there. I think.
Yeah, we will need to cut it there, I think. And welcome to level 5.
Oh!
Cheeky. Basal would have got a second attack now.
He's got one.
But he would have got hit in those last ones. I would have died. So.
Yeah, he would have died anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he would have.
Sure.
Thank you very much for tuning in.
Damn.
We'll be
Thank you
back
so much.
again
Yeah, you're there.
next week. With any luck, we'll also be fully live next week.
Oh,
And,
Yes.
we'll kick things off as we always do with Rosberg's recap. Thank you once again for watching Guys Dice Baby. We will see you next time.
Yeah. Great.